Hey y'all, welcome back. It is me, BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to Ben Shapiro putting together a top celebrity Trump impressions list. And he's doing this reaction with some gentleman by the name of Michael. Let's see what they have to say and how we feel about it.
Well, folks, today I'll be joined by the execrable Michael Knowles, and he and I will together rate various Trump impersonations. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they terrible? This video is sponsored by our friends at Home Title Law. Michael, are you prepared for what's to come?
I am totally prepared. I've paid attention to a lot of Trump impressions over the years.
Deadpanning?
Trump, unlike Bill Clinton, is a guy where everyone has a Trump impression, but they're not all good. Everyone can do a Clinton and
Yes.
they're all fine. And it's all fine.
Okay.
People think a Trump impression is easy, but it's actually much harder.
No, it's
and so
not.
there's a lot
No,
of
it's not.
a lot of refuse out there when
It's
it comes
not
to the
easy.
Trump impressions.
Agreed. There are many shades and colors to President Trump, and everybody seems to have sort of a simplified version, a pixelated version of the Trump impression. So we'll see which one is best. Okay, guys, throw them at us.
There's a lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. I know Harry, he's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets out. I love Snoop D-O double G, great person.
So do you love Death Row Records?
I love
People on
Death
both
Row.
sides.
I love Death. Excuse me. Fake news.
That's like a 4 out of 5 Trumps.
Yep.
That is a very, very solid Trump impression. Like if you just played that audio to me, and I
That's my thought. First of all, I think no one expected. I mean, Jamie Foxx is like, he blew up on the scene for his impressions. But when we all saw this, I think we all were like, I would have never thought Jamie Foxx could do a Donald Trump impression. But audio wise, take the visual out of it. That's what I think I said that when I first saw Jamie do an impression. But the audio, he's got the throat thing down so well, and I, as the master of his craft, I think Jamie really perfected like the shape of his mouth when he talks, and the way he like doesn't close his mouth sometimes when he talks. But audio wise, when he said fake news, I'm sorry, that's not Trump. Close your eyes.
Excuse me. Fake news.
that's like a 4 out of
It's
5
not Jamie
Trumps.
Foxx.
That is a very, very solid Trump impression. Like if you just played that audio to me, and I weren't looking at it, I would definitely think there was a solid possibility that was President Trump. So
I agree.
4 out of 5 Trumps for me. Where do you go?
Good
The
rating.
diction is just not fully there. There's nothing
It is
wrong
the
about the
diction.
diction, the D-O-double-G and the death row, and a tremendous person, excuse me. Like, it was all good. It's just like the fake news was a little gratuitous, I felt. I'm quibbling
Oh.
here.
Yeah,
I
I
agree,
was
though.
gonna say, that's a-
4 out of 5 for sure.
All right, me, we've got a big interview with Jimmy Fallon coming up. But let's be honest, Fallon's a lightweight. No way he
You're right,
deserves to
Fallon.
interview me. The only one qualified to interview me is me.
Wait, this happened?
Me interviewing me, that's what I call a great idea.
How did I miss this? That's hilarious.
It's not, that doesn't do it. I would give that a 2. No,
I don't think Fallon thought it was good. I think it was obviously for the skit purpose, and Donald Trump being there is 10 out of 10. That's crazy. But I don't think he thought it was good. It was terrible.
nah. It's not, that doesn't do it. I would give that a 2. No, Jimmy Fallon seems like a nice guy, and I actually appreciate that he had Trump on in those
Right.
days and caught all the flack for it and helped Trump win. And
I
all
don't
that.
remember.
I'm down. But
the first election?
if you just make your voice kind of raspy and squint your eyes, that's weak.
And I totally agree with you. I think Trump's impersonation of Trump was amazing there. But I think that Jimmy Fallon's impersonation of Trump was quite weak.
And so was
I
the
might
hair
even go
and
lower. I
makeup.
might even go 1. It was he doesn't even do
I
the
give it a
hand motions
0.
right. He's a professional actor, so I'm pretty disappointed in Jimmy Fallon right there. So yeah, I'm gonna go 1 Trump.
Well, do you consider him your president to start with?
Chris Tucker?
You mean Donald? Are you serious? Believe me. Believe me. I know Chris Tucker. He's a great comedian, great guy. I like him.
Better than Fallon.
It's true.
But
I do like him. I met him. I didn't say much, but I said hello.
Nah, that's a 1. He might be a lovely fella. Maybe he voted for Trump. I don't know, but that's a 1.
why do we care if he... Not Pootie Tang! Why did y'all do Chris Tucker like that? Why did Chris Tucker have to catch a stray? Jamie got a regular picture. Fallon got a regular picture. And they put up Pootie Tang. It was bad. But I don't think it was as bad as Fallon's. I don't. It was bad. I think at least he got some of the... Right. They did him dirty with
That's
the
a
booty
1.
tank.
He might be a lovely fella. Maybe he voted for Trump. I don't know,
lovely fella.
but that's a 1.
Truly bad. Truly a terrible impersonation. That's a 1. That may have broken the barrier to my lowest Trump rating, which I didn't even allow you to know about because it was buried here. The Biden. That is a Biden. That is a 1 Biden.
God, I'm loving this press conference. I love the press. I respect the press. Let's take another question from the press.
3.
Hi, yeah, I'm from BuzzFeed.
No, not you, BuzzFeed. You're a failing pile of garbage, and you want to know why? Because I took your quiz yesterday, and I'll tell you right now, I am not a Joey, I am a Rachel.
The writing there is kind of like that joke is kind of funny, but Alec Baldwin, I don't know how he got that job. I know they love him at SNL. He is not good at impressions generally, and his Trump impression is terrible. If not for the wig, it would be completely unrecognizable.
I totally agree. I mean, a shockingly bad Trump impression from a guy who actually used to be a
3.
pretty good actor, right? In Glenn Ross, he's terrific, and as Jack Ryan in Hunt for Red October, like he's great in a bunch of stuff, but him doing Trump is really legitimately bad. So that one is almost Chris Tucker levels of bad, like in some ways worse than the Jimmy Fallon. So I'll give that like a 1 Trump.
Yeah, at most. We'll
get to more on this in a moment.
That
First,
was
have you checked
Alec
your home
Baldwin?
title lately? Most homeowners never do, but with the growing amount of digital scams targeting property owners, it's now more important than ever. With modern technology, criminals have found an alarming way to steal your home equity. They simply forge your signature on a document, add a fake notary stamp, pay a small county fee, and just like that, your home title gets transferred without your knowledge. Once they control your title, they can take out loans against your equity or even sell your property entirely. The worst part, you might not discover anything's wrong until you receive an unexpected collection notice or foreclosure letter. That's why so many people, including our senior video editor Adam, trust Home Title Lock. The fact of the matter is that there are lots of ways that people can get after your money. When people get a hold of your home title and then they take out loans against the home title, they can basically bankrupt you. Don't wait until it's too late. Take a moment right now to verify your home title status and protect what's likely your biggest investment. Use promo code Shapiro at HomeTitleLock.com to make sure your title is still in your name. You'll also get a free title history report plus free 14-day trial of their $1 million triple lock protection that is 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. Go to HomeTitleLock.com right now. Use promo code Shapiro. That's HomeTitleLock.com, promo code Shapiro.
If you're out there just stealing people's, for the mastermind criminals, do you know how much good you could be doing if you put that energy somewhere else and not stealing hardworking people's belongings and property? That is just mind-blowing to me that there are people out there who their careers are to steal people's home titles. Bro, get a job. You should be in tech somewhere creating life-changing apps. Like, what the heck? I'm
right
sorry.
now.
That's
Use promo
mind-blowing
code
to me.
Shapiro.
These are
That's
things I never think
HomeTitleLock.com,
about.
promo code Shapiro.
I had no idea.
This is a brand new executive order I am announcing today on Fox, which is a great network. Hello, Rupert, if you're listening.
All right,
Happy
he gets a
birthday.
3.
What a tough guy.
He gets a 3.
But this is a new executive order which is
I don't
banning
know who
brunettes
this
from
is, but he
Fox.
gets
And
a
if
3.
you are, you're a DEI hire. Many people is. That's great. And I'm going to sign it right
He's
now.
got the timing.
Very,
He's
very
got the
good. Because
mannerisms.
what he adds in there that
Okay,
Baldwin
give him a
lacks and
4.
Jimmy Fallon lacks is that. It's the where it kind of and there's a modulation. The voice has crescendo and diminuendo. I'm holding it off of
professional.
5 because it sounds a little too,
Matt
I don't know,
Knowles? Is that what this is?
self-conscious maybe. Like it's not, he had the
let
digressiveness.
go all the
There's
way.
really good stuff in there. It just, with Trump, there's more unpredictability, and so. But maybe it should be a 5. Actually, I don't. You could convince me.
I think you're quibbling. I'm going 5. I'm going 5. I have not seen a better Trump impersonation. He's got the hand
Shane
motions down.
Gillis?
He doesn't look anything
Shane
like Trump.
Gillis.
So the fact that he can
Shane
convincingly
Gillis.
do the Trump is really kind of fascinating. The line there, by the way, is hysterical. That's a really funny line. That all
I'm going
brunettes
4.
at Fox are DEI hires is a
Tops.
hysterically funny line. I'm gonna go 5 for that. That's really
I'm going
good.
4.
It was superb.
I'm going 4.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. They call him Scooby-Doo.
I'm uncomfortable with how close to the camera he is, so already we're starting in the negatives. I have a question. Do you all think that Trump embellishes the way he talks, or is this really how he speaks? And I'm asking you this because, like, before his first campaign run, I had never heard him speak this much, right? Like, I've jokingly said, but true, said, like, the most I heard Trump speak before he got on the first campaign trail was, like, in The Little Rascals. Do y'all remember? He was the rich kid's dad, and he didn't talk like that in The Little Rascals. So I'm like, does he embellish? Is there an embellishment? Is this like he put it on. Like for me, the lights come on, I turn my camera on, and I could be moping around my house, but as soon as I have to sit at my desk, I have to turn it on for you guys. There's an element of entertainment. Do you all feel that way with Trump, or is this like really how he always has been? Like the modulation and the and the and the, the hand gestures. Is that something he's created as he's seen it become part of what people love about him? Or is that who he's always been? Genuinely, I'm asking. Also, I hope you all are leaving comments rating your people. Like, you should be writing down your rates, and then at the end of this video, I want to see all of your ratings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Scooby-Doo.
I'm uncomfortable. Next.
Scooby-Doo. They call him Scooby-Doo. They call show Scooby-Doo. But Scooby doesn't do anything. Scooby is not involved. Half the time, Scooby's not even involved. He's just a bystander. It's one of the worst deals we've ever had. To call a show Scooby-Doo and then not deliver on Scooby-Doo. This is not a show about a dog sniffing its ass, okay?
So the writing is pretty good. I felt he went blue at the wrong moment. With that kind of jarred me. But the weaving,
so
Trump kind of following a train, even if it has nothing to do with the broader argument, following it and letting his mind wander, it was good. That was on. In terms of the actual voice, and so it's a mixed bag. It's like a 5 and a 1. I give it a 3.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4 because the writing is...
I said Knowles was the other guy. No, Knowles is the guy that's judging. Who was the guy on the morning show? I don't think he deserves a 3 or a 4. I'm going 1.5. Why was he? I don't know.
It's about right. You're right that him going blue is not something that Trump would do right there. But the weird digressiveness of it, the cadence is exactly right. He's got the cadence exactly. The voice is wrong, but the cadence is right. So,
and the quick wit on the Scooby-Doo doesn't do much of anything. That kind of turn is very Trump.
Agree. So I'll go 4, which I will admit might be slightly generous, just because I think that it's hysterical that the Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Don't is pretty good.
Tony, what an unbelievable experience it is.
Top 2. Number one.
What a great show this could be.
We've
got an absolute idiot here running the show.
I love Shane Gillis, so and everyone loves his Trump impression. It's not my favorite Trump. I don't think he quite gets the voice. He's great.
No,
I do not mean to counter signal Shane Gillis. I only give it a 3.
I will go with you on the 3.
Go take a nap.
His sort of restoration of Trump to fondness in the public imagination means that I might give him like an affirmative action point right there.
DEI.
There was a while there where no one who was even remotely kind of right of center was able to do a Trump impression, and people were able to find it funny. And Shane Gillis was able to restore the Trump impression to glory in terms of its proper place in the American imagination.
And he also looks the most like him, in my opinion, when he does the like makeup and clothing and stuff. But I'm sorry, 3 is we were doing good, gentlemen, the first half of this. The second half, I'm a little offended.
Or the Trump impression to glory in terms of its proper place in the American imagination. So it's like a 3.5 for me.
That's upsetting.
So we've been told that actually we are both short-selling Shane Gillis. We need another Shane Gillis clip in order to restore his properly burnished credentials.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Abu. We could hear him crying. I said, Abu, don't cry. Let me tell you something. Abu cried. He cried quite a bit. I wouldn't have cried.
Shane's only downfall is that he laughs in between because, like, it's funny. And the fact that he can make himself laugh is funny. That's, like, his one thing I wish he would, like, be able to stay in character longer. But y'all have got to be kidding me with this 3 and 3.5. Please, I'm so glad whoever on the production team was like, don't play with Shane Gillis like that. Do not play with the Shane Gillis a la Trump. It's good. It's great.
I'll tell you something. Abu cried. He cried quite a bit. I wouldn't have cried. Crybaby Baghdadi. That's what we were all calling it.
Much better. That one gets...
I don't like this Knowles guy.
Really between a 4 and a 5.
Yeah. I'm going to go 4 on that. Again, the cadence there is great. The approach, which is him just exaggerating the thing that Trump actually said about al-Baghdadi when al-Baghdadi was killed, which was, I still think, the greatest Trump moment was he was crying like a baby, like a woman, like a dog. And again, that's top notch. Shane Gillis.
Shapiro's
All right, guys,
pretty good.
More.
What was my first meeting with Donald Trump like? It was funny.
Oh.
So I walk in, it's a photo line, and Trump's like, Ben Shapiro. Really enjoy your work, Ben Shapiro. You used to love Ron DeSantis, but I think you're going to love us a lot more.
He sounds foreign. what he just said right here, like in the video, when he was like repeating his favorite Trump thing, was way better than this. This is not good. Ben,
enjoy being with us. Like, okay, Mr. President, appreciate that.
Glass house.
I gotta shoot straight. All right, it's not a 5. It's not a 4. I might maybe a 2 actually. It's not a 1.
Yeah,
like I think it's
generous.
maybe better than Fallon.
No, it might be a 1. It's not good. It's not good at all.
It's not the best, but in your defense, you didn't grow up in New York, and this was why when people would say, especially when Trump ran the first time, they'd say, "Oh, he sounds like a crazy person," or even the way he writes with the seemingly random capitalization and the quotation marks to emphasize. That's how actual New Yorkers, they use the quotations for emphasis, the wild capitalizations. That is. I don't know. I think they taught it in school in like PS 115 or something. And so when you see him through that lens, it makes more sense. But listen, spend a little bit more time around New York and you could do it. Or if you're a sensible person, don't spend any more time around New York.
I agree. I dated a guy from New York right before my husband and I got back. Anyway, if you know the story, you know the story. My husband and I were college sweethearts. We broke up for over 10 years and then we reconnected, and I dated this guy from New York, and he his texting was always so aggressive. I am from New York, born in New York, moved to the South, but spent every summer in New York. All my family always lived up here, my maternal and paternal side. But I definitely was raised in the South, and so I've actually dated quite a few guys between teenage to adult years from New York, and they all text the same. It is very aggressive. It's like why did you randomly capitalize the H in that? Why are you yelling at me? What are these quotations? What are we doing? It's so weirdly true. Shout out to New York.
And you could do it. Or if you're a sensible person, don't spend any more time around New York. I've interacted with a lot of Ivy League students, and I traveled to the Ivy League. Even this semester, I've traveled to the Ivy League. And there's some great people in the Ivy League. Okay, some of my best friends are from the Ivy League. All right, you're going to make sure we look nice and good and thin.
I'm not messing with you, Michael. Wow.
Look, hey.
It's better than mine. I mean, not much, but it's incrementally better than mine.
I try, if I'm going to do an impression, if I'm going to actually do an impression, then I really want to hit it. The one that I do, especially being a New Yorker, that I think is pretty close is Fauci. Because he sounds sort of like a retired Jewish woman from Queens, a little bit like this. Fauci. And so I'll really lean into it. But if I'm not, if I don't have a Trump, I just don't have one. So it's just a sort of vague this.
You do or you don't.
Because I don't know, I just feel like if I really try, I'm gonna fail. I don't have the real Trump ethos in me.
Who's the best? I'll go with Matt Friend. I think Matt Friend was the best.
You got the touch. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him.
I think Jamie's was better than Matt's, especially audibly. But Shane Gillis is the king of Trump. It's not up for debate. I said what I said. Guys, are you believing this? Do y'all agree with this? If you agree with this, I'm upset. We're not friends. I'm upset. You
got the touch. Look at that guy, how handsome he is.
I'm sulking.
I'll kiss him.
The OG Shane Gillis one is very, very good, but I agree. That guy, he's great. That guy, I got to look up more of his stuff. That was a very, very impressive impression.
Alrighty, folks. So that was impressions of Donald Trump and our rankings thereof. If you have ones that we missed, drop them in the comments below, or don't. We don't even care.
It's been a waste of time for me, folks. I'll be honest with you. It's been a total waste of time.
That was fun. Y'all know I love any type of test. I feel like I was just taking a test. All right, I need to hear from you below. Do you think that was the right winner? I just always thought we were all on the same accord about Shane. I feel bamboozled. All right, talk to me down below. This should be fun. I can't wait to read all the comments. Go and have the day you deserve.